really pumped to be doing that. But anyways, back to the Buenos Dias vlog. The BDV flan. Buenos dias and happy Wednesday. Per the usual, on my way home, and I do really want to go get a run in when I get home. I'm gonna make it happen, whether it's a short run, medium run, long run, not sure yet, but that is definitely on the books. Gotta cook the books. The rest of the night's up in the air, so you know how that goes here on the vlog. Let's go home. Let's get that run on. I'm 2 miles in. Take a little walk break, about 20 feet, then I'm gonna get going. Felt pretty good tonight. Not super fast, but just more consistent. Yeah, I really do feel good tonight. All right, let's keep it going. .3 in the books. Crushed it. All right, wasn't much of a crush, but it is done. Sweat's good. Mind's right. Exercise is good for you. Just don't always like doing it. You know the drill. To the shower. Let's go. All right, BDV team, we are headed out on an errand. Well, is going to get dinner an errand? I don't think so. I'm going to get dinner for Bree and I. And Tika, what do you want? You want anything? No? All right, Tika's good. Hey guys, so last week was the Super Bowl and today's the Chicken Bowl. Can I get a regular chicken bowl with brown rice, and can I get the white meat upgrade, please? So, the story begins November 21st, 1967. This guy was born. That's right. Pablo E. Diaz is born in 1967 in Viña del Mar, Chile. That's South America, if you don't know where that's at. It's the little thin bean stream country alongside Argentina. Yep, that's the one. Yep, that makes me an old man. I never thought I'd be saying that. I've had a good life. I've had a lot of fun, and gosh, I'm getting there. But I've got a lot of youth in me, and I'm ready to go. So, back to the story. In 1971, so my dad, he comes over to visit a friend. He stays. Now today that wouldn't go over so well, but he stays, brings us over. In 1972, I become a resident of the United States of America. Best day of my life. Yes, because that means I'm here today vlogging in front of all of you guys in the US of A here in Southern California, which I couldn't be happier. Couldn't be happier. Story goes like this. We move in and out of different apartments, essentially looking for better pricing. Now, who doesn't always want better pricing? My parents were always trying to keep us in decent neighborhoods, and to do that, we had to move around. So we paid the price a little bit about being a little transient in terms of the apartments and homes that we lived in throughout time, but I didn't really notice. I always thought it was kind of like apartment camping, if you will, or house camping. We just went from one to the other, you know, every couple years or so when we needed a new lease. And hey, I got used to it. That did mean attending quite a few different schools where I wasn't probably the best student, and because I didn't have maybe a solid foundation or a connection with any of the teachers, I made friends pretty quickly. I was somewhat of a class clown. Just a tiny bit. But I think that was just to make up for, that was just me trying to make friends. So I'm sorry to all those teachers that had me in their classrooms when I was just a little bit, just a tiny bit out of control. Attended 2 different junior highs, Circleview and Vista View, Go Rebels, and then I attended Ocean View High School, my high school days. Now, in my sophomore year, in my sophomore year, my mom wanted to move again. And I said, no, we can move wherever we want, but I am staying at this high school. And I did. It just all happened. It worked out. My mom was able to get us there. I think we put in an address, we did one of those address things or something else. Anyways, yeah, it was all legal. I'm sure it was. It's all good to go. Got my diploma. Boom. 80s, baby, the 80s. So graduated from high school in 1986. Did not want to go to college at the time. I was not ready. I was just going to get my first job. That's exactly what I did. I went to work at Abe's Rent-A-Car. Did that for about 1.5 years. But once I left there, I was doing odd jobs, working for temp services, and I decided to, my friend William and I, we decided to start a DJ company. We thought, hey, we've been to a lot of weddings. Let's go as the actual DJ. And that worked out. And that worked out for a little bit. Best thing that came out of all of that was the night that I DJ'd for the Cal State Long Beach's Hispanic Business Association Club. The reason is, who walked through that door? My wife. Well, she wasn't my wife at the time. She walked through the door when we were 20s. You know what I mean. We got married. Well, we didn't get married there. The reality is, so what happened? We hit it off that night. Everything went so good. I had another date the next day on a reggae boat cruise. Had the time of my life. The rest is history. We got married, had 2 kids. We're now in college. But somewhere in between there, I went back to school because I said, listen here, I have my wife, and I didn't have anything else going on. And I was thinking, gosh, believe me, if I was vlogging back then, I would have been, well, there was no such thing as like vlogging, but well, let's put it back. If there was vlogging back then, I would have knocked that out of the park. Kidding me? There's a lot of good things to have recorded back in the day. Anyways, but I'm vlogging now, and that's the important part. I'm doing this right here, speaking to a camera, to a static camera that isn't even alive. It doesn't breathe, it doesn't do anything but look at me. And I look right back at it. Where was I? Glad to be vlogging. So that's the short history of my life. I'm leaving a huge chunk out. I realized that I just said that I went back to school. I attended Santa Ana College for about 4 to 5 years. I was going nights. I was just taking a class or 2 every semester until it was time to transfer. I transferred to Chapman University, where I graduated with a kinesiology degree. I totally wanted to be a physician assistant and working in the emergency room. I went on 3 different open heart surgeries. I was smitten by the process to help others, but I didn't follow up on that. Long story short, maybe it's too late, it's a long story. Long story short though, or short story long, my wife was already a teacher, so I ended up deciding that I wanted to be a teacher myself, and it all came from doing some volunteer work in South Central LA. I fell in love with helping kids. I'd already been in the classroom, my wife's classroom, and I thought, what better thing to do than to serve kids? To serve kids and to help them. The Buenos Dias Vlog family, the BDV family, is still in full effect. I'm still daily. I'm going to keep it going. I'm just going to have a lot more projects and a lot more things that I'm going to be doing, and I'm super excited. So thanks for listening to me tonight. I appreciate it, and I really do appreciate it right here. You guys are amazing. If you're listening to the vlog right now, thank you. Here's camera hug. Camera hug. Yep, camera hug. Try to sprinkle a little bit of fun in your life, and always keep it fun enough. And we're gonna do this again tomorrow.